me bias kakra. Say for attention more than my local league, not because of near penny be here, but I feel there are certain talents in the league. They would need the voices of various people on their platform. Say be project Ebina will be by Esquire or Kase or share All Blast game against us. My game now but except some free game nature say it was a highly competitive game and players in the BWA and you almost fought to say Omoha. The geography of baby or free, but nobody determine whether will be the year and as a windy baby. I will share no grace in a bit me were free or and certain people say we some more kind of a huge recommendation for All Blast. Mom panic so much so on Beja coach quine results and yema at the results of an Ayoma Bibri to play against us of folk. Knowing your 5 goal bound saves from Haas goalkeeper and should tell you say you are doing something right. It is a who busy or no says or the Bepamu coach. I want shot about disrupting state na club in headroom because I was a builder from somewhere and son or my could do baby. But who decided say, oh, yeah, born results no enko ye nya wins never see nyana. To get a point against us of folk on any day, be it away or home, no, it should be a plus to All Blast. I follow some of their games. A bit more how them say the flow of the game they are there very pleasing, but they are more like say no, how to get the goals. And most of the games, I are not lack and they elude omo. Otim say they do the right things, but the element of luck and they are there. Emma to almost side Emma Muntiminya wins. So I feel their pain, but to say be a yenja manager no kind. Or no woman start it from baby. And no more drew. But you say yenye even more first round of crown baby. Born no more bonefe. They will need wins to sustain them in the league. And no many more yaji. But they be a coach, changing Kwana Bema win about. Okay. The boys will need to understand themselves more, or more corrective or more mistakes from their mind. And for Solomon Agbesi, you see, there be America say, see a league in a league Skauma. Ghanaian clubs and Nikwanse or more pre-season so Kruma. Ne yanya Banana FCB, Mobile Phone FC, no more prison. No. Our players omu here exposure. Now exposure no the back no crack coaches can catch your more money into mono. Because most of the coaches are normally exposed to certain things. Okay. Be it the omube suya na say be a seminar be a umbeko. Which players in Yebisa. Yeah. So the only exposure players in the Benyana are playing outside the shores of Ghana. And also Agbezini development at Dreams FC. They played themselves for I think 3 seasons. Names no more African. Yeah. I knew most of them. Consistency no more for 3 seasons. And son omunya African ako. Omunya African also. African and the AN say about confidence. O mentality in HNU. The Agbesi a goalkeeper. When you sad year when you are playing with Dreams FC our Africa. So he's a player fit enough to start for most of the clubs at Ghana. Okay. He's fit to start for Kotoko. He's fit enough to start for Mediama. Okay. Because of the consistency, or in the same bracket with Felix Che. Okay. Adi am the rated goalkeepers, Niema Ameshano. I feel he's even better than Benjamin Asare. Yeah. Based on me and Nioma, the reflexes, timing, yes, reflexes, timing. Okay. Me fact clean sheet in a judge goalkeeper. Okay. So means a clean sheet, a collective defensive thing, and achieve it. Yeah. So defenders, I call say blunders. A weaker you concede. That does not mean say you are a poor goalkeeper. Yeah. But individual judgment, or alertness to play, reflexes. How are start to build up? How are manage game? Those are the elements I'm a judging goalkeeper. Okay. And I see that thing in him. Into me goalkeepers are recent years. I bet that Ghana Liga manage omo ho pa no. Felix Anan, Razak Abalora.
Yeah.
Afiu was a fantastic goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Felix Shea, very good. And then na became so Haruna.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper we are called Tanzania.
Yeah, the two Ghana. Solid goalkeeper.
Those are the fantastic goalkeepers. Inti applause are original and you by fluke.
So yes,
he has gone through the mill.
Masa.
Inti omu nyano because of team omu obon inti attention corner.
Yeah.
They are now seeing a new man why.
Well, it got to a time has supporters in the class Benjamin Asare no cry in Suru. I say omo ya jine di cry.
Has omo flirting with goalkeeping problems. Omo nya for the last 6 years. Omo nya goalkeeping issues pa.
Sure.
Mkofa Kwesin Ketiebi okay Philemon at some point Omunya Bakubi from Techiman City also Daoche. Yes, we're finished this year. I think yes, Omunya issues, but now they are good to go.
Sure.
Agbesino Omanya we are good to go. Kotoko played against Aduana.
Yeah.
I think it was the biggest liner of the weekend in terms of games on mobile.
Sure.
But couple, it was Kotoko's worst game of the season in all the games at Kotoko Abo, Africa, BBR.
Kotoko
worst game. A game Kotoko and a lot of things nanya right for Kotoko.
Well, mama, Shara Gam project league table no mama say man fa league table na ma ti o all kasara mo fan to so na omo mo hwe no hu baby o mo teams ne da. Yeah.
Still now Kotoko 2 games in hand. On Wednesday Obebo against Young Apostles.
Yeah.
But the approach to the game, the stats, the personnel on the pitch let coach Zito and then assistants, they let them down.
Yeah.
Because at the game, Aduana, no doubt, Aduana played some fantastic football. In the opening 35 minutes of the game, they were on top.
Wow.
Aduana ball some spirited game be out in there. They were doing well.
Buy for something.
Yes. Defensively, they didn't have a lot to do because of who was attacking them.
Yeah.
Because football, when you control, you can't attack. So, and my defense never lasted.
Yeah.
In the first 35 to 40 minutes, Kotoko were not in control until Baba Yaba. So the reason they were playing the game they were playing, meaning say Kotoko were issues with injuries and then suspension. That said, I still feel say now Kotoko were the antidote. Players to make up for players now with primary suspension because entry Niho and then Jewu was out, Set was out. But time Babaya a bemuno. Kotoko nyasa control no munya seasons are not lampte wohono.
Yeah.
He controlled the ball, be pushy in your possession. So game in buy into a mode that not Aduana rather were forced to defend and defend well.
Sure.
Aduana played some good game. No flukes on the top of the table before game no ebe and mediama cut top of the table. They deserve to be there. They show glimpses of a team a year forward by hunger and the desire to do it. And certain signings be over here. Sanano, I watched him the games of mobile before all signing. I knew say he's a player or you're good, but here a lot of coaching, and he did well. In the midfield, he was dominant because Kotoko AUZ a makeshift midfield.
Okay.
Because some ball midfielder, that's not a natural position.
Yeah.
And then Jewu anyhow. So Kotoko Elizu control because of the midfield choice of people are no more. But when Baba came in, game no sesan kakra. Upfront, you know, those also Entimia added a lot.
Yeah.
And it was a good goal from Mediama. But and you go no crown and me praise you because I feel say goalkeeping decision was poor from Aziz. But Omunya corner kicks twice so on a row like 3. Their delivery, set piece delivery, and then I will give credit to them. And they have this right back. So to me, in the last 4 seasons, Mediama Aduana a list of names be on mobile. Last year there was this boy, And also, maybe feeling the Dinka. I don't know Boatu. I think he's still there. I don't know Boatu.
Okay.
Ostati very well. None more demo before. Na this player we ball Kotoko when Timmy am more dear, but Adriana and no crowd be.
Oh, okay.
A name no escape make akra.
Okay.
So Adriana so equity sa niche for on unknown names. No more the guy that played the number 2 position. He's very good, but Obitima better with consistency and the right coaching. He did very well. But Lord Amwa, you see, Yaboni dia Michelle Brekum Chelsea. Anytime I ever bought Brekum Chelsea, no say the guy has something special. I when he gave him. Baby, I say Shadrach Bemi a go na. Baby, o Jina it's me. It decided say on your forward.
Yeah.
And normally, fullbacks, I know almost shots, no one turn the director because of constantly they are crossing.
Yeah.
Until you are likely to have a curl or almost shots. But sending a baby original team ball direct strike, it's me share. You give credit to him.
Yeah.
But I think Aduana, Kotoko, a very tough game. And then Go Stars manage win.
Yeah.
So I Karela for the game no more bono. Now what they Kotoko goals or Musha against so Yastika. Yeah, this was the goal. Now make one. So look at him. Normally, as a right back, the technique I will be using is say obenya some curl. Our but who is a really dear ultimate boy. I'm sorry, the laces and a ball shots now with me a share. So it was a good goal. He came to the rescue of Asante Kotoko. Nobody could have imagined. So wait about Bono because at this point now intense. Now Kotoko at the key siege of the game from this point. And I'm more pilot the pressure to get the equalizer. But to have scored with this, Lord Amoa, it should be a national project. And you'll be as a man of fans are undeserving.
Yeah.
He has lived it. Michelle, Morocco against Wydad. If there was any player on the day, near General say be a scout to be Penafanako and now say, or ma Moroccans a tough timer. Lord Amoa. Senior Utimi overlap esan de ball no row mumu crosses no. He is one player. See consider players for the national team. Glass Stars, Lord Amoa, the name I was here mentioned. Not because they say Obokotoko. Also, I give you credit to the Aduana player. He did well. But the levels now also you need that exposure. Not the fact that say ball game when you're good game against Kotoko. So automatically he's there. But the consistency of Lord Amoa for Obokotoko. Also, I give you credit to the Aduana player. He did well. But the levels now also you need that exposure. Not the fact that say ball game when you're good game against Kotoko. So automatically he's there. But the consistency of Lord Amoa from Brekum Chelsea or Bar Kotoko, no, he's yet to have a terrible game. Kotoko. These are the sort of names Ubetima project say they deserve the color. But I think say we can win. You can't afford to be dropping points. League, look at the chase. Mediama with 20 points, Aduana with 21, Aduana with 20.
Yeah.
So you can't afford to be dropping points. And I think they say Obiabe honest games or my writness Kotoko play no. And the end was the worst. Based on Kotoko standard, and yet the game. But important say Kotoko team fight it back in a point from that game. Yeah.
But Steven, I say, now we are doing much about the torso, Eddie Flow. No, Steven, no,
penalty to score. Again, he has all kind of finish in his locker. Any All Blacks, he controlled the ball in the box, dispatched a goal. Any All Blacks, the winning goal, no, a cross. Any became instead, and all control ball no win with a header. Eba no ball bicycle kick. Super. He scored. You call hoy. Ojina onwa ni po ni krum. And also my ball the man the best. And then your ball shot he put by He was the first to react. He himself on your finished article, but we are trying to speak to him. Yeah, and kakran kakaya yes, trade and point. You don't have some force. omonto supangu de aye no so ye bedua aba no na so say be fifi no nyame nko anani say nyame yadom a we believe we will get something out there.
See, well, finally, many fans need to come and they were angry. Almost say, referee no, and they almost did a pass and coy, and you might get 2 bia and ka mofa 3 points ne free anum echoe. Only my adrenaline.
Yeah, because we could have gotten a penalty. It's not a fair VMO. Then they say VMO. We could have gotten a penalty there, but the Sremo Efiachino in Yabofun, we are gone. The Koboboy, who any Chelsea never, but it will be a difficult game because some regional rivals. Now you're saying I'm Pony, Trillium Pong, and you don't have some force among them. Bia Metayechi or Doma, the intimate.
Mami Misa finally, and they since for the first time I'll be see you, and then who game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I say, I tension free. I said, you must be and share that said it was quite bad now fast.
No, I mean, the first thing I did was to call an apping car. And I'm a captain says, I know money be no. It be no credit. What is it? Kotoko Abado Mama will be Mojago from that. What is it? Kotoko Abado Mama, yeah, the Boabo Mobas, Amana Papa. Into no man be now Mokano, it might not be true. But I mean, the obvious. And then Mamujina says, sir, yeah, here no some about the mine crow. You call pretty much a catcher via Mose, the Nipa 450 never. No, if you say a rough. But in the home, you call Hoy or mobile. You catch no, you catch a VMO. Say, you can the Cramine Jaba, VMO Nampany. Yes, and to mobile the Mamu Cramino, any Jano, Adriana 4. Ya smart channel song copa de mre and wa ben ade. They say Adriana cha abrade. Any Adriana PC. Tell say quiet then the demo be say Adriana ebusuano e wa ha. 2 Adriana 4 kruma. Asante Adriana 4 ha. Your relationship no by blood. Ubeda you uni abone. Ubeda praunia. Since 7 bo amoka ya mu nya buche kakra.
Na say your bow no ma e be report free.
That's the problem. She knew Doma hono. She knew oba se na esi jiweni no.
Ofufu de be mo wadi.
Eno na nchen no oba park no so aye waduma ko. Emre ni ho. Me am hwe ni mu se mo beba. Na ma host mo. Na ye bobo ni wi a ma se jam kwan. No, that's where the problem is. What Frikumas and crying. Akoya National Service. Ewa Bunso South Sunday man was in a night club. We have a small but beautiful Nanajma Medu the first stadium. Media stand near Kituebi. Tebepe baby am Majina. Moya near 7 meat pie in the cook.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
First time.
Oh, not the first time. Obi a wabe board of ma fibia or quite a man in the I wait to be our baby. Ye jano kwan say poultry farmers. Ye juma kesi a done do the man a poultry. The amount who say near 1 year. They were done some. Yeah, this will be our bad mabia. Internet per se a bad TV so at all costs because it's a radio so now more the must see amount for na mushele goes in borrow off. Yeah, Nadam said the one there be yeah, some yeah, Diana. And the bonner net will say,
oh, beautiful.
You borrow off or mutuno. Uno. Now, Adriana no born in the young one. Remember our bar Lions, our bar under 20, our bar under 17. We are building a quality side. And then Kwani baby. Unima Krebby on him Bobia, Nasa or Pass or Bebo Ball now. Uni Pepper Memframe because you're the Subainable. Only in Casa.
And Musa born a pa, who did be our born a bomb box.
Yes, Agumba. Agumba, a friend Alex Boache. Defenders of a pack, no need here. Yeah, but almost say best defender,
Samba.
The only boy, friend Alex Boache. Obi any Ghana. Yes.
Samba quality.
What quality? Alex Boache or Bosche? No, say defender, only Donzo. Only Kwampoku. Look at his height. I just want Chima, he's first to the ball. Every single time. Agumba, Nyame.
See you already. May completely because the last time and I am for Sabbath, my main I'm a friend of Ghanaian's friend because of the name of the Obey about Kotoko, or making some introductions. I must support his name. Ever since he happened to see you, Adama Diana Stars. With the introductions given now, but Chiamawuni Amrania. I'm over now, Chiamawuni and consumer.
Say, yeah, baby. Yeah, this kind of last week, you know. Yeah, can never boom in 43,000. In a huge benefactor be. Ever two big gum into the second and third bus, and then you did chama mobile. But what I said, of him soon, and one year the no anam. What I say, young queer football man for you. The Omar de Mayano, and you see, I am from Rakumasi. Into another buses in the next 7. Yeah, and near the
And
buy.
it's a mining company.
Yes, yeah, we have a partnership with a mining company. And Tiana, who say just an enemy, a jaggy be calano. But they are also financing Brekum Chelsea by margin also. Brekum Chelsea is just the name. We want to be the focal point of football development in Bono as part of Osaji for Saudi and Ajman Bedu's initiative. In Tisoya Football Club, we are a crowd of Bono. We want to be the first to you, and we want Noma to be the football capital of Bono.
Yeah,